Ireland, oh, I'm coming home. Though I roamed, sure my heart never left her. O'er the dark rolling sea, she is calling to me. Oh, I'm coming back home to Ireland.
Céad Míle Fáilte, 100,000 welcomes to Irish Paint Magic. Today we're going to go to the hills of Connemara with some Connemara ponies. But before we do, I'd just like to read out another few emails that I got and letters from some of the people. And this one, it says, your TV show is fabulous. Please tell me where I can get the liquid white, etc. We are a small group in Laois and would like to know more about workshops and keep up the good work from the Laois people. All I can say is you should look at the programme and all the details will be there for materials, etc. And if you want any information, genuine information, you'll get it from the programme. So look in there, and I'm delighted from people in County Laois are tuned in. I have another one here. It says, hi David, my name is Maria Teresa Burke. I am a 16-year-old. I find art a most relaxing subject and I really love it. I have seen most of your programs on TV and I must say I look forward to them each week. I find that the techniques that you use is most interesting and would love to learn much more about them. I am present in transition year and I want to use my free time wisely and spend more time at art. I looked up your website and saw some of your paintings. They are something else. They are brilliant. So she goes on for looking for more information again. And again, all I can say is that look up all the information that you will want will be on their telephone numbers and addresses, etc. You'll get all your information from the show. A lot of people in Roscommon Radio also rang me up and done an interview with Roscommon, and seemingly the show is the top TV show in Roscommon every week that comes up. And I want to sincerely thank all the people in Roscommon that are tuned in to Irish Paint Magic, and indeed to the presenters of Roscommon Radio who kindly rang me up and interviewed me. So to each and every one of you, keep tuned in. So come on up here to this 18 by 24 canvas. So here I have this 24 by 18, and we're going to go today to the hills of Connemara. So straight away I'm going to go in to a 2-inch brush and with liquid clear, and I'm going to cover all the black area. This is covered with black gesso just to give me an idea of where things are. So I scrub it in. You can hear me scrubbing it. Don't be afraid to scrub it, but spread it out well. Whatever you do, spread that out well. So that's all covered now. All the black area is now covered with liquid clear. So straight away I need to go over the white part of the canvas. So I don't need to clean the brush. So I go with liquid white or magic white. People are going in finding it difficult to get the liquid white and the liquid clear, and they're getting a recipe that you should make it up. Don't waste your time. If you could make it up, I'd have made it up years ago myself. And not only that, you'll get a whole can of it for €16 and it'll do you for the whole year. And not only that, it will save you a fortune in paints because you use very little, very, very little paint once you put the mediums on. So don't be fooled by recipes that have been given out in art stores because they don't work. Go and buy it and you'll see the address, you'll see the phone number on the show. So here we go now. All that is covered in liquid white up here. It's skeet around. Down here, liquid clear will skeet around. Put your finger on the canvas. Now, if you get your fingerprint like that, it's perfect. But if you get a blob of paint, it's too much. And if you don't get your fingerprint, it's too little. So use the fingerprint as a guide. So there you go. That'll give you a good indication. So now we're ready to get up and running and paint. So straight away into phthalo blue and some black. Right away, phthalo blue and black. Up at the top of the canvas now, and that's a lot of phthalo blue, which I don't want. So I'm going to tone it down now with black, just to take that tropical blue out of it. That's much better now. The black has knocked the tropical blue out of it. We don't want to go to Florida, we want to go to Connemara. So that's much better now. And now I'm going to come right down, very gently, right down the canvas until I go right down the back of that mountain there. Oh, this is one of my favourite places up here in Galway. Lots and lots of friends, artist friends in Galway. So I have. And I just want to take the opportunity to say hello to each and every one of them. Lovely lot of people up there. It's my favourite city when I leave the real county. Cork, Galway would be next, I'd say. Kerry would be after that. Donegal would be after that. I have all my favourite places around the country. I'm coming down here now, but up here in the sky, I do a neck stroke like that. That's an exaggeration, that X stroke. But when I come down to water, you always keep your water horizontal, your strokes. Always have them horizontal. Okay, so that's all one colour done now anyway. With the 1-inch brush, I'm going to go into titanium white. Titanium white is the tick point. And come right up onto the canvas now. And load that brush. And I can tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and off I go, tapping away, but never again going back up to the top of that cloud. Don't ever again go back up to the top of it. Because you've got to keep in your mind something that's very important. No matter what painting you do, think of the sun in the sky. Wherever the sun will shine, will throw a shadow. It's a good golden rule, keep it in your head. So if the sun is coming in from the right-hand side, it will throw, or up higher, it will throw down a shadow under that cloud. So that's what I'm saying to you. So here's the bottom of the cloud now, and I just tap away, don't paint. And right under there, look, it pulls in a darker colour. So run along there, and don't paint. A lot of people are starting to paint. Don't paint for now. And now, go back for more paint, but every time you come off, make sure that you wipe the brush. Here again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and away again you go. Keep wiping the brush every time you come off the canvas. Now, down again, down to the bottom. Remember about the sun, throwing a shadow. Throwing a shadow at the base of the cloud. I'm telling myself to go away from this canvas now because you're going to spoil it. Although there's really no great mistakes once you put the mediums on. If you make a mistake, you just tap it and that mistake will go away. So there we go. I'm going to leave it at that. With the 2-inch brush now, I'm going to go right over the whole lot and ask the clouds to sit down. Sit down there, Mr. Cloud. Sit down. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very gentle. Whisper to it. Hardly touch it. Whisper. Whisper to it. And that's fine. I'm going to go away from it now because I don't need to spoil it. So straight away, I'm going to pick up the filbert brush. And in here, I'm going to go directly into Van Dyke Brown with the filbert brush. Directly into Van Dyke Brown. So come up here, and I'm going to get the outline of that mountain. Maybe just a little bit of crimson into to warm it up. Now there's a little bit of crimson gone in, but make sure that you keep the top of the mountain clean. And the hill. And I'm going to let that, I don't want any great detail at all there. Just wiping the old brush, no great detail. Let that run down there. And now, I'm just pulling down with the ladle end now, I'm pulling that down the mountain, down into the hills. Now I'm going to change over to the 1-inch brush here and just tap that in there. Just tap it in. So it will go down into a mist. It's a long way off now and I don't want it any detail at all. Just tapping now with the 1-inch brush, pulling that, some of that Van Dyke Brown and a little bit of crimson down into the valley. And down, and it will create the illusion that it's going down into a mist, down at the base. And you'll see what will happen here in a moment. By just tapping, but don't tell anybody I showed you how to do this. We'll keep it a secret amongst ourselves. And whatever you do, make sure you're practicing a Cork accent when you're painting. That makes all the difference. Now I'm going to soften that very gently. Again, a little bit more paint there. I want to get a little bit more there. And again, got to pull that down into the valley. Right down there. Right down. Come on down for me, thank you. Another little bit there, just to create illusion. There's gouges out there in the mountain, that erosion from the air and millions of years of erosion, and the water will run down those ravines right down there. And again, in the winter, runs right down there. And up there, there's little goats and things like that. They all live up around there. They don't like Cork fellas coming up around there, the goats. They run me, anytime I'm up here, they run me out of it. Now, the next one I'm going to do is, I'm going to mix up, I need to push that area back. So I'm going to go to a green. I'm just mixing it with the brush now, no great detail. Sap green and black, a dark green, sap green and black. So there's sap green and there's black. Okay, so come up here. And I'm going to push that mountain back by putting that like that. There you go. Up and down, and up and down. Yeah. I've done lovely, lovely scenes of Connemara from time to time. It's a lovely, lovely place. Fantastic scenery everywhere. Now, down she comes now. I'm leveling off now down by the water's edge there. Leveling it off. Now, I'm going to get my fan brush, number 4 fan brush, and I'm going to go into a little bit of cad yellow, just to highlight some of that. Maybe a little bit of yellow ochre as well. Both pulled out there together. Now, shove into it. Get a ridge of paint like that. That ridge of paint. Now, I'm seeing it on the monitors. It's very good. It's a very good shot. We have a brand new cameraman here, Aidan, with us, and he's really good. He's really good. If the old director of programs leave him alone, he'd be good. Now, here we go. I'm just going to introduce some little highlights on top of that green area. And put them in at random now. Don't go to any detail. Just put them in and leave them sit on top of the paint that's there. And you'll see what will happen in a moment. The sun will catch some of that, you see, and to go down into shadow areas, and we'll do that now just in a moment, okay? I'm going to wash the old brush. Now, and very gently, I'm going to pull that very gently down with the hill. I only want some little highlights to show up on that. Now, don't lean on it. Don't lean on it. Use the fan brush, number 4 fan brush. Now, I must also state that some of the brushes I'm using here, don't get them confused with other imitation brushes that you'll find. These are very good brushes, and they'll do you for the rest of your life. Make a little investment. If there's a birthday, if you have a birthday coming up, or some special occasion and you have to get a present, look at the old program and request your partner or your dad or mum or what to give you a present of the of those brushes and these mediums. You'll see it all on the show. Now I'm going to go in there with Van Dyke Brown at the base of that here. I need to push that. There's a lot of old stones and over there on the edge of the lake. Right over there. Not a whole lot of detail now. No detail. It's too far over. It's the other side. Just going to make up a little bit of white. Not much. Bit of sienna. Small bit of yellow ochre. Don't mix them that way. It's marbled. And I cut across them and get a small roll of paint. Small roll of paint there. Okay? Now come back here. I just need to highlight, just let the canvas take some of this off the knife. It will take it off. Talk nice to it. Come on, take it off. Just to highlight some of that. And now I'm going to just push some of them back to make it blend into the hill behind it. By pushing up and down, break it up. You don't know where it stops or starts. Right down there. No, that's fine. I'm going to get the number 6 fan brush. Load it well. And come up here. And just put a bit of a sparkle on the lake there, where the sun will catch it. And that's fine. Now, with the number, or the 1-inch brush, I'm going to catch all that bank over there and ask it to come down. Come on down for me. Thank you. Thank you. Come on down. Come on down into the lake. Thanks. And go right across it, very gently, very gently, very gently. Whisper to it. Come on, sit down. Thank you. Into reflection. With the knife and a little bit of liquid white. I need to get that to sit down under. So go up onto it and put in a water line. Now these water lines should also be horizontal. So go in under the bank, and all these things are happening way over there. My God, I can see inside in the valley there behind already. That's a lovely place. I'd imagine there's some fella in there with a still making some poutine inside here at the back of that. I think I saw a little bit of smoke coming up there. And I don't think they use fires anymore. I think they use bottles of gas anymore. And my old bones are getting stiff, you know, and I know that the greyhound people use poutine to put rubber on dogs and all, you know. It never would work on me if they rubbed it on me. So, I don't know. So I'm going to go now to over here to that dark colour again. The green and the black. Dark colour and the black. Mix them up. Don't go to any great detail. And shove into it again. Shove into it. Like that. And come back up here again. Put all that here. I need to push all that back now here by zoom. Like that. Just like that. And to fill all that in. Quite dense and dark down there. And here, turn the brush, turn it up, and bang. Bang it in. Lovely. And again, touch it, turn the brush, and down you go again. And here, touch the brush, turn it, and down you go. There's a whole grove of trees over there. And we do one more. Just to keep the attention of the old director of programs here, to keep them awake. Now, this also now would become right down. So you pull that down. But what you'll want to do is watch the angle from there to here. So you put it right down and then taper it as you go out. Like so. Taper it as you go out. Like that. That's fine. Just going to make up a little bit of liquid white, a little bit of sienna, and a small bit of yellow ochre. Just to make a little few stems in the trees. Now I'm going to cut into that like that. Just cut in as though you're cutting across a cake. That's fine. Come up here. And line up those trees like that. Line them up. To save you a lot of bother later on trying to paint them in with a small brush. And don't tell anyone how I showed you how to do this. All those people in college will be giving out mad to me. All those art students and all. They said I'm showing you too much, but I'm not really. I want to help those people as well. So there you are. Now I'm going to go back to the number 4 fan brush. Number 4. And I just need to highlight some of them. I'll go here to the cad yellow, a bit of green, and push into it again now. Push into it, like that. That's a good shot now, I can see it. And come up now to the canvas. And I'm going to highlight some of them, but not all of them now. Just touch it here and there. And you'll see the stems starting to show through there. But don't kill the darks now. Don't kill the darks. And as you come down, there'll be a lot more growth in the bottom, so it'll be a lot more dense in the bottom. Touch it in. Up here, and there. Down here. And I'm going to turn the brush now the opposite way. This way. I'm going to push up. And I'm going to get some Van Dyke brown on the knife and fill a lot of that in there, because there's also some rock and stone over there. And just highlight it a little bit. A few little highlights. Not much. It's still across the bay. And pull those down. Some of that highlighty colour would reflect down there as well, like that. So now I get a 2-inch brush here. And 2-inch brush now I'm going to coax all this down. Coax it down. Talk to it nice. Come on down through. Now I'm going to catch that and ask it all to sit down. Go down there to the reflection. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very gentle. Whisper to it. Lovely reflection down there. With the knife, now I'm going to get a little bit of liquid white and I'm going to get in under that bank over there. Over here. And now again, all these lines, again, when you're putting in water lines, make sure they're horizontal. Make sure they're horizontal. If I went over the hill now, the boys would run. They think the excise man was coming. They're running in all directions. Over here, I'm going into the dark green. I'm going to mix up another little bit of just the green itself and black. And black. So I want you to come back up here. Or they'd scatter in all directions. They run like the devil from the excise man, like they do in Connemara. Now, just fill all that in. We give the poor misfortunate Connemara people a bad name if I keep talking like that. They don't do anything like that up there. That's only folklore. They don't do anything like that. Just fill all that in. Here, pull that on, let that run out there a little bit. There, here, and here. Now I'm just going to tap up here like this to create the illusion that there's grasses all along here. I don't know why people go to so much bother painting grasses. Turn the brush upside down and just tap at it. And talk to it. Say, come on, Mr. Grass, hop up there for me. A few little highlights on that one. Right down there.
Ireland, my Ireland, oh, I'm coming home. Though I roam, sure my heart never left her.
Going to pull this fella down a little bit.
O'er the dark rolling sea, she is calling to me. Oh, I'm coming back home to Ireland.
Now with the knife, again I'm going to get in here and put a water line in there.
Well, I found me a job and I tried to settle down.
Water line.
But my heart for my
Here, I have to check the clock now. I don't know how things are going, but I'm getting probed on the ankles. Furniture is starting to shake around, and I need just push in front of them then. I can just tap like this. And that'll push them back in. Here, the side, make them down into the grasses. And the boys are still in there making poutine. I'll be over to them in a minute for a bottle. I want to get it at the right price. So, just a little bit here that I've seen. So to all my friends in Connemara and indeed Galway, Goramila Mahagud, Shnan Lat, and God bless you all.
Ireland, my Ireland, oh I'm coming home. Though I roam, sure my heart never left her. Oh, the dark rolling sea, she is calling.